Testing, testing. We are officially live. Did they turn off this feature from my channel? 1 second, we're getting everything together. Super chat memberships. Buy membership for viewers. Why would they turn that off? One second, just trying to figure everything out here. No. Definitely not. Huh. One second. We're getting everything set up here. There it is. All right. Yeah, so gaming news for the week. It's a new segment I want to do starting every Friday. We're going to do a little weekly roundup of what went on in the games industry for the week. Obviously, some weeks will be slower than others. There will be a little bit of drama stuff implemented as well. As you can see from the topics, we got a few things to cover. Not many. Everything from New World to Arc Raiders. So let's just get the first one knocked out right out of the way. We finally have New World shutdown notice. 1 second. A few months ago, they were talking like the game wasn't being sunsetted or they were going to stop releasing content for it. It seemed like it was going to stay online for a little while. Like, who knows? Maybe they were going to keep it online for several more years. But now we finally have it that New World Aeternum will officially be taken offline from all platforms January 31st, 2027. So basically one year from now, this game is done. Some of the replies, you should refund everyone who purchased this game. If you're taking the product away, you should be able to take our money back. This is the talking points for the Stop Killing Games initiatives. Put it into hands of someone who can fix it. Don't let it die. I'll get to that in a second. So this game's shutting down. There's a Reddit post a couple months ago where they announced, after they announced that the game was getting shut down, after New World was getting shut down, someone made this Reddit post. Hold that thought. Talking about, unfortunately, to the frustration of millions of players, this is not the game they received. The decision to turn New World from a sandbox survival game into a theme park MMO is ultimately what doomed it. The millions of players who came to play higher quality Rust were essentially hit with a bait and switch. New World was a broken game. Okay, that's the first point. Now, I wasn't when I beta tested New World. I was doing quests, enjoying the combat, and when the game released, I was like, oh shit. That like you have to farm constantly. I have to be chopping down trees and getting resources, and it's like 100% a resource-driven game. It wasn't a sandbox MMO when I was playing it on release, and I quit immediately. I was like, nope, this game's not for me. Maybe they were trying to get players like me to play their game, or when they were finally releasing on consoles, trying to bring the console kids over to play. And I guess it pissed off a bunch of people. His second point is another good point. New World was a broken game at launch because of so many gameplay and technical systems, which were intended for the survival game, were now stitched together and or gutted, which led to just infinite money glitches and all these resource issues that never got fixed, and all these rollbacks that had to take place. He goes on to talk about no MMO does a theme park MMO as good as WoW does. Trying to copy it is astoundingly foolish. Absolutely. Everybody for the past 20 years have tried to copy it, and they've all failed. There's only basically 3 MMOs that have been successful through all of it, and that's World of Warcraft, Old School RuneScape, and Final Fantasy Online. And even Final Fantasy had to completely throw a meteor at their game and re-fucking build it from the ground up. Amazon Game Studios known for a long time the studio was closing. The announcement to convert New World to console was a sign of the end. This I agree with 100%, especially when you then give early access to the console players after the game has been on PC for as long as it has been. It wasn't on for that long, maybe a year or whatever, I'm not sure. But then to just rip the access away from PC players for the rebuild, I think they were trying to say like, okay, well maybe we can get this audience over here to stick with the game. It didn't work out. Their recent Nighthaven content patch was not delivered in earnest. It was just a scheme to milk the player base one final time. I completely agree with that. This content might have been in the works, but if there was any type of pay, the money was already made at this point. I don't know what Amazon Game Studio was doing. I don't know what people like at this point. You're milking the people who have stuck around and or still might be addicted to the game and or might also be in denial. And that's a real shame right there. You definitely should refund anyone from this. If you want to know who killed New World, then find players who demanded the game become another boring WoW clone, but also don't forget the company they caved to such petulance. Absolutely. New World didn't die today. It died around 5 years ago when the heart and soul of the game was ripped out so that the 385th WoW clone could one day be sunsetted. Yeah. Being a full PvP game would have killed it anyways. I completely agree. PvP and PvE don't mix. You're seeing that in Arc Raiders now, where they're trying to come up with separate lobbies, and everybody's trying to the devs are actively trying to separate people. To close down after their Catacombs and New Raid update is so sad, as it's some of the best content they have ever released. Nighthaven is such an awesome zone to explore too. The only issue is most people had with this patch was the lack of crafting, but a few tweaks to it, and would have been a 10 of 10. People who were playing the game didn't mind it. People who liked the game. There were people, mainly content creators, who were like, well, we can't make money off of this. We need to bounce. And then people, tourists, they just didn't have enough player. I think it was down to like 7,000 when this announcement happened. You do have this now. The COO of Face Punch, Rust and Gary's mod, publicly offered Amazon $25 million for New World. Whether he's serious or not, I mean, why not take this offer? What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do with it? Why not take the $25 million? As you can see, we talk about Hytale later on, which is another game that kind of had the same situation. I doubt Amazon is going to sell it. It has to be some form of tax write-off. I mean, $25 million that's money in the couch to a company like Amazon, and I'm not sure they would. I don't know what the logistics to selling an MMO would be. I mean, I guess it's happened before. Other studios take over games all the time. What would make this any different? I'm not sure. That $25 million is just a base. I mean, I guess he has the servers. He has the infrastructure. I mean, dude has some of the most... Rust is a popular game, dude. When that game pops off, it pops off. Uh, and like, bro needs to buy H1Z1. Amazon has so much money, it's ridiculous. They can't even just keep the servers on. I agree with a lot of that stuff. But yeah, New World shutting down. Rip New World. All right, that one's done. Next, we have Caitlyn from 2XKO. Early access to select pros 2 weeks before Major, which is Frosty Faustings, is happening on the 29th, I believe, is when Frosty Fausting starts. One of the first majors, or the first major of the new year. So they announced Caitlyn, and, you know, she looks cool. And then people are starting to realize, you know, Twitter starts blowing up with everyone upset that a lot of pros have already got hands-on experience with Caitlyn, and more importantly, a balance patch that will be releasing. Caitlyn and a balance patch come out on the 20th of this month, 9 days before the first major tournament in the FGC, being Frosty Fausting. A lot of money on the line, $50,000 prize pools. Points are on the line. Lots of shit on the line. Not points for this game. I don't think this game has any type of world tour or anything, but you know, so people are upset. People are upset about this, and I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. There's her trailer. You have her move list. I mean, she looks like a cool champion. First of all, she looks like a cool champion. She has skill shots to where when you're in that aim stance and they jump, you can move your aim, and headshots actually deal more damage than body shots. So implementing skill shots into a fighting game character seems pretty cool. Yeah. But a lot of people have gotten hands-on. I know Diaphone is someone people are talking about a lot, has hands-on play with her. I mean, you know. Yeah, so Caitlyn and a balance patch. Here you have Punk, who's, you know, everyone who knows the FGC knows who Punk is. He goes, I don't play 2XKO, but I do agree that top players get way too much privilege in that game. Pros should never test games and definitely should never play new characters in a patch before they released. That is just insane to me. This is in response to Jurassic Ori, who says that the competitive integrity of 2XKO is a joke. All these players shamelessly talking about how much they know about stuff behind the scenes, how much early access they have had to characters and stuff is genuinely unbelievable. You know, this guy goes, this is Dell, says, I absolutely knew this was going to happen when I saw a Diaphone's preview of Kate. I think it's the opposite though, where you guys are just so used to getting absolutely nothing from Capcom that anything at all directly from a dev is going to seem like much. He's like, I don't want anything like this from Capcom, and tons of content creators get early access to DLC, but never the pros for good reason, and that should stay like that across all fighting games or give a penalty of a few months. Can't enter events. Really, Punk? Like, if you get the FGC, nobody is, I don't know how to explain this. The top 8 in every fighting game is going to be the top 8 in every fighting game. You might have someone that goes through the brackets and like a couple people you don't recognize, but I don't think 3 hours of early access to the patch, whether you took pictures of the patch notes and you went home and you're like, oh, Yatsuo's getting this nerf, I need to drop Yatsuo, I need to pick this character up. People are going to have 9 days to well, maybe not 9 days because of travel. Let's just say you get there maximum 2 days early. You get to Frosty's 2 days early. So you have 7 days to do what you need to do. Yeah, I can see the patch notes being a problem. I don't think having hands-on play with Caitlyn is going to do anything. Does Frosty ban Kate? I don't think so. I think that would be crazy. Part of me thinks they might do that. It would be terrible for the game. I'm not sure Riot would be happy with that. And I'm not sure who's even going to pick her. Are people with 9 days of experience on Kate really going to want to bring her to a fucking major? I'm not sure. Yeah, if you think you're as good as these players, you're not. You're not as good as these top 8, top 16 players. If you're just like some random commenting, you're not going to ever crack top 16. Never. Like, these guys scrim only. when you make it to that top 16, you're good enough. You're naturally talented enough. You put in all the work. You put in all the effort. You move to states that have the best fucking FGC pros in it. You network. All that's important because you know who the pros play against when they're not fucking playing online, boosting their rank? Other pros. That's it. It's not like me and you have to play against random scrubs all the fucking time or cheese. They can play against the best of the best. If they have a bad matchup, they can play against the best of that character fucking all the time pretty much. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but like we don't have access to that shit. Not that I'm anywhere near ever. I'm like terrible at the game, but like in any fighting game, like pros stay pro for a reason. It's because they have access. Yes, there are outliers recently as games are going global, and all of a sudden, a region like Pakistan and Tekken is fucking dominating the scene when Korea has dominated the scene the entire time. Like now you have people, but to that point, now you have people from Korea pros from Korea going and staying a week in Pakistan to play those players. Normal players can't fucking do that. How's that fair? You know, and the same thing, going to Japan to scrim in Street Fighter 6, coming to the States to scrim in Mortal Kombat. You know what I mean? Like we each have our games. You know, America's just happens to be the worst fucking one. So while I don't agree that having early access to Cade is that big of a deal, I do agree that having the patch notes, which all might change. And this guy, League has had PBE forever where content creators said to get access to the next patch early. Not just content creators. Public beta realms, anyone can get on public beta. Anyone can get on the public beta servers on League of Legends. I'm not sure what this guy's talking about, but PBE is available to everybody. Now, if they have a PBE for 2x KO, it makes perfect sense. Just do that. You have the technology, but Riot doesn't fucking think. I mean, you want to give early access to the pros so that they can tell you. You want pros to shape the game in a way. Like, Riot has made the game casual friendly with things like pulse combos, and the combos, some of the combos are easy to do. You want to go online, fucking mash buttons, and make cool shit happen, you can have it. It kind of feels like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in that sense. But when the pros want, the pros are going to get, because the pros will carry the fucking scene. It's a free game. This isn't a Mortal Kombat type game where every fucking casual in the world is going to buy Mortal Kombat. It is a free game, and free games, free competitive games, live and die by the fucking pro scene. I'm sorry, but it's fucking true, dude. Look at League of Legends popularity in America after we basically have no more League of Legends esports. Anyway, moving on. Fatal Fury, City of Wolves, uses AI in trailers. Everybody loses their fucking minds. Let's go ahead and watch this trailer. Minute 32. Hello?
The prophecy foretold.
Fighting game of the year, by the way, but it was going against literally no competition. Not against the game, but you were going against collections and fucking games that were released 15, 20 years ago.
Kim Jae-hoon returns to defend his family honor.
Obviously AI.
Nightmare
Geese
rises from the dead.
I think they're releasing a DLC character every month or something ridiculous,
Mary
dude.
brings justice to Southtown. And Wolfgang hunts for new worthy opponents.
People are really upset about this. About this image right here not looking anything like Terry Bogard, I guess.
But two shadows remain unseen.
I mean, this looks hype to me. This looks hype.
Experience the
It makes me
fighting
want to
game
play it.
of
I don't
the
give a
year
fuck it uses
with
AI.
the first ever monthly character drops.
Monthly
The highest
characters,
prize
dude.
fighting
A
game
new
tournaments
DLC character
and
every
all new
fucking
balance
month.
updates.
Okay, a new DLC character every month, but people are losing their minds because they used AI in the trailer. Now, you have here, Biru says, these fuckers really won Fighting Game of the Year, which is not an accomplishment in 2025, by the way. Then went on to publish some fuck-ass AI slop. Hope the fans don't complain when it gets 23 entrants at EVO and 3... This is what kills the game, dude? This is what kills the game? No! No, it's not, dude. It's not. It's not. What kills the game? One trailer is not what's killing Fatal... who was playing the game? Who was fucking playing it? Because as far as I'm concerned, when I see the people who were at the top of that game, I think it's like Zhao Hai at some point. I think Zhao Hai is one of the best players in this game. And it's like his third game. And then I see like Goichi. Didn't Goichi win at I could be mistaken. I have to look this up now. I have to look this up. Okay, so this one, Lagia, he beat Goichi in the grand finals. Okay, Goichi. I'm pretty sure that's not his number one game. Goichi wins the Esports 2025 World Cup. Goichi wins the tournament at EVO. Goichi wins EVO and also doesn't get Esports Player of the Year for this, by the way, which is kind of disgusting. Zhao Hai wins EVO France, and Lagia, this was another tournament. This is at CEO. So who's playing this game, dude? This is like Zhao Hai's and Goichi's like number 2, number 3 game. Who's playing it? I've never, this game barely hits my fucking feed, dude. Every other fighting game hits my feed. So I'm not saying it's a bad game, but why does everyone pretend like this is what's gonna kill the game? 1 minute and 90-second trailer, but they're releasing a DLC character every month for 5 months. Here we go.
City of the Wolves. Sure. We here at SNK have been doing so well for ourselves lately. People really love KOF 15. We got a lot of new projects on the horizon, and people love City of the Wolves. Sure, people aren't really happy about the balancing right now, but we're going to be changing that with a Season 2 update. And we got a new DLC character coming up every month. No other fighting game is doing that right now. People are talking about SNK so positively right now. But you know what? We haven't done something so unethical and stupid in years. We used to be known for that. So how can we do that in the modern era? Oh, of course!
What the fuck is this?
We hear...
It's like so exaggerated, by the way. And then Rush DZ goes, people fine with blood money funding the game and the R word in it, but not the shitty AI trailer. What's funny about blood money is just because like a Saudi oil prince bought the fucking game because it was his favorite game growing up, and he's like, well, I want to make a new game. Here's a bazillion dollars. And I think this is against Ronaldo being in the game or something. I'm not too sure. Once again, this guy makes a good point. Alion, if people cared about blood money, EVO Las Vegas would be empty. The Saudis are buying up the entire FGC. I'm not sure if everybody's aware of that, but the Saudis have basically are in the process of purchasing the entire fucking FGC. And like they are everywhere in all of gaming right now. So the whole blood money thing, I mean, there are people who are standing their ground and basically saying they're going to quit the fighting game scene because if you don't go to somewhere, you need these points to be on the tour. If you're going to EVO Vegas, you need your points from EVO Vegas from all the, you can't skip a major. You can't unless you're placing first, unless you get a you know what I mean? You need these points. It's a nonstop grind. And this is like EVO Vegas is like the biggest one. once again, I don't really care that they're using AI in their trailer. I care in the sense that AI is basically going to make it to where I can't afford a PC. I care that it's destroying the environment. I care that it is a bubble and it's going to burst and tank the economy. The thing is, though, I also use AI, Grok, all the time, ChatGPT to reformat things. I watch AI memes. Like, where's the line? I'm not sure if you guys understand that even if you don't think AI has touched it, it's already touched it. Every major corporation in the entire fucking world is using it. And the West might have, the West might listen to their customers and take their foot off the gas pedal when it comes to like generative AI in their game. You know who's not? Asia. They've already come out and said, we have the president or one of the developers, one of the major guys from Neon Falcom, a smaller studio, like a AA studio that makes games like Trails of Cold Steel, Ease, etc. He's like, we can't compete with China unless we use AI. They have 3,000 people working on one game. We have 300 people if we're lucky. We need AI to keep up. Asia is not, and China really does not give a fuck. They're pedal to the metal on AI. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but the West has completely tanked. The gaming industry in the West is completely gone. It's over. We made it that way. And it's funny because we pray for the downfall of Western game development. Well, it's here. And things like this are going to fucking happen all the time. And they'll never listen to you. No one's listening to North America anymore. Nobody cares about us anymore. Give me money. Period. All right. Here, you do have this guy, Common Sense. He's like, let's go. This is what I'm talking about. Monthly characters, insane balance update. What we want, insane list of DLC characters. SNK is going crazy. I'm sure the first comment is going to be the fact that they showed in-game footage of all the characters are really on another level. The SNK devs are the best fighting game devs. They know how to make a good fighting. This seems... yeah, the trailer's dog. Like, a trailer? A trailer? Is this what we're talking about? A trailer is going to kill the game? People are just crazy. Is it all engagement bait at this point? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's move on from this. Next, we have Hytale releases this week, or whatever, open beta, alpha, whatever you want to call it. 3 million players, by the way. Ridiculous amount of players. Famously in development, bought by Riot, and then shelved many years later after development hell, and then famously bought back through a combination of, I think the guy spent his life savings. I think the entire studio just gave every dime they had to get the game back. Looks fun. Everyone seems to be positive about it. Like, yeah, it's buggy. Shroud said he's not playing it for 2 years, and people call Shroud the anti-prophet. Like, if Shroud says it's bad, it's good. If Shroud says it's good, it's bad. He was early on Arc Raiders, though. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but when Arc Raiders, their first beta was out, Shroud said this game is going to be huge. He's also was early on Deadlock also, and I think Deadlock is on to do great things. Basically just a Minecraft clone. Not for me. I don't think I'll ever play it. I'm not down. I don't want to... Yeah, I mean... I like watching Minecraft content more than I like playing Minecraft. And it's not even close. Some of the modding tools look cool. I mean, I see the vision. It's going to take a while. You got a ways to go. What's funny is you have legendary drops saying, I've been playing and I can't believe Riot threw this game in the garbage. 2 months after acquiring it, I think he meant to said, or 2 months, after acquiring it, almost 3 million units sold, and while it's early, it's very fun, and you can see the vision. How many others released games are laying in a bin somewhere? I just want to point people to this as to why they might have been cutting. You have Riot Forge existed, okay? Look at all these games. These are all great games. I've played them all except for one. Ruin King, amazing turn-based RPG from developers with a proven track record. You never heard of them because they're indie devs and you guys are AAA slot buyers. Hextech Mayhem, an amazing, super original Ziggs-based rhythm game. Amazing. Nobody bought it. Song of Nunu, 3D puzzle platformer. Amazing game. Nobody bought it. Convergence, League of Legends, Metroidvania, main character, Echo. Amazing game. Great content, polished to the moon and back. Nobody played it. Mage Seeker, top-down, single-player, Diablo-style action RPG. Decent game, 7 to 10. Nobody played it. Bandletale, I have no idea about this game. It's basically a Harvest Moon clone. I didn't even know it existed, I'm going to be honest, until I heard about it, and then I came back and was like, oh, I remember that game. Not to mention, you know, outside of League of Legends, Riot's track record hasn't been too good. Valorant was hot for a while. Looks like Counter-Strike's back on top. Their card game fucking went to single player only. Their card game with infinite resources, beautiful assets, fun, engaging gameplay is a PvE game now, and they're releasing physical card games. 2XKO, not in the greatest place right now. They have a lot of work to do. People are losing faith in that game fast. Am I missing anything? Teamfight Tactics. Yeah, it's at the World Esports main stage, but who's really playing it? I'm not sure. Is it a good game? Sure, but it's not really on the tip of everyone's tongue. So, like, how many failures? Can you blame them for thinking that Hytale was going to fail? If Hytale released in that exact same state on the Riot front page, on the Riot launcher, it would not, and they charged whatever they're charging for it, $30, whatever it is. I don't have no, what's the price? I'm curious. $20, nobody would buy it. They'd be like, I can't believe Riot's charging for this shit, this early access piece of shit game. It's broken. Riot, you suck. So let's not pretend that if Riot released the game in the exact state it is now, the exact trailer, everything was exactly the same. There is no fucking way that game would have sold 3 million copies if it was on the Riot store page. You'll never convince me otherwise. Because gamers are just like that. We're our own worst enemies. Yeah. So we're going to skip one because this is how I have my my thing set up here. Highguard.
Into lands uncharted.
We're going to go to Highguard.
And dangers untold.
Yeah. Been silent since the Game Awards. Nobody's talking about Highguard. No new trailers. The community manager, silent. No new trailers. No new gameplay updates. This game releases in 10 days. In 10 days. Huge budget. Huge names behind it. Wildlight Entertainment. Former devs from Apex Legends and Titanfall. Nobody even knows what kind of game it is. PvP, PvE, is it an extraction shooter? Why are you riding on horses? Why are there is it a hero shooter? You say new breed and you put this kind of randomality in it. I think the game looks okay. Looks fun. I mean, little generic. But then you have Dexterto, and I'm highlighting this post because this is what everybody's saying. Highguard haven't posted on social media since they were revealed at the Games Awards. If I was boss man for Highguard, if that was me, if I was boss, I would say media blackout. I think they're doing the right thing. Do not say a word. There is nothing you can say that is going to be received favorably on Twitter right now. Nothing. Like, if we were in the board meeting, like, I'm just going to simulate the board meeting. Be like, guys, we made a mistake. We really shouldn't have released that trailer at the Game Awards without immediately following it up with an open beta. People people thought they were going to get Half-Life 3, and then they saw our game and were extremely disappointed. And we didn't follow it up with anything. And now people are freaking out. People are really upset. So what I want you to do is not say a fucking word until this game releases. Because one of you motherfuckers, one of you idiots is going to say, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And that's going to kill our game before it even releases. And I know one of you in this room, in this boardroom right now, one of you social media managers, one of you 21-year-old social media managers out there, one of you fucking developers is going to come out and say, you guys are racist for not liking our game. You guys are sexist for not liking our game. You guys are, this game's not for you. Don't play it. We didn't make this game for you. Don't buy it. I don't want anyone saying that. I know one of you guys are going to slip. So don't say a word, because you're going to get baited. You cannot argue with Twitter and Reddit. It's a losing battle. And apparently that's what's happened. I mean, even before this, I said there was no way that this game was going to get released on the 26th. They haven't come out and delayed it yet. 10 days? Everybody, what's messed up is they go, could have gave us Titanfall 3. Titanfall 2 exists, by the way. Titanfall 2 exists, and it's an amazing game, and it's on Steam, and you can go play it right now. Servers are still up. You can go play it right now. You can go play it right now. Nobody played Titanfall 2 when it came out. Everyone was playing Call of Duty because of the release window. Some when Apex Legends got popular, went back to Titanfall 2. Nobody's there anymore. Let's check it out. Let's see. Look at this. No, I don't want price history. Wait, the servers are still up, right? Charts. Titanfall 2 exists. 24-hour peak, by the way. 1,845 players right now, 2,000 24-hour peak. That's more than Splitgate, which is a game I like. I'm not talking shit about Splitgate, but that's more than Splitgate currently has. Pretty ridiculous that there's still 2,000 people. 5 years ago, I think this is like around Apex Legends release. Maybe a little more. I think it was actually Apex Legends came out, 7 years ago? Something like that. But Titanfall 2 exists. You can go play Titanfall 2. If you wanted Titanfall 3. It's not... Could have gave us Titanfall 3 is not High Guard bad. High Guard could be good. We don't know. I kind of want it to be good now because nobody has played it. No one has... The only thing... Everyone has seen the same footage from the game. The footage I just showed you. If you want to make a snap decision on the game like that and say it's not going to be good, c'est la vie. I mean, there's no talk. The developers had to have seen that a 2-minute trailer created such a firestorm that nothing that they could say other than releasing a good game is going to change anyone's mind. And even if the game is good, even if 50% of the people who are talking shit about this game, and that's just throwing that figure out there, will never admit it. Will never admit it. Oh, it's Concord 2. It's this, it's that. They're never going to admit it if the game is good. What it's going to take, I don't know how much schkarol they have, but they better be paying top streamers. You better give Burnt Peanut fucking $50 million to play this game. And hope beyond all hopes that it's good. Don't put a you can't say bad things NDA thing in it. Pay streamers to play the game and pray that it's good. And then support it constantly. Do not, I don't know. They better have content planned. It's going to be tough. Bobby Kotick. All right, this piece of shit. Bobby Kotick claims Activision, Call of Duty, and consoles are doing so poorly. It proves he was right to sell to Microsoft for $70 billion, $69 billion. What an asshole. People coming in might not realize that this guy has been hated in the industry for going on 20 fucking years now. He is a true piece of shit, a demon to the industry. Anything bad you see in the industry now has a lot to do with this guy right here. Let's not forget, this guy is responsible for creatively bankrupting some of the greatest IPs of all time. Call of Duty, Guitar Hero, Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Okay? Taking games that were releasing every 2 years. We're on a maintainable release cycle and just forcing them to shove massive amounts of subpar content down our fucking throats. Okay? And this is what he has to say as he lights the match on the way out. Yeah, guy's an absolute piece of shit. If he wasn't in the games industry would be way better if he never showed up. What was his tenure? Let's see. Yeah, okay. So he went continuing through its evolution, probably go over 3 decades. 1991. So he was there for a while, and then before the Activision Blizzard thing popped off, that's when like shit was going bad, and then it became Activision Blizzard and shit stayed bad, and now it's still Activision Blizzard, but Microsoft owns it. I can't believe this guy would come out and say something like an industry that you were in for 3 decades is struggling. Mostly in part to policies and release cycles and pricing and predatory actions against its consumers. Thanks to people like you, okay? And everything else that's going wrong in the games industry, access to hardware and RAM because of AI and freaking a worldwide shortage of people's own money. The user base getting older and people just saying, screw it, I can't even play games anymore. Then kids on their iPads exclusively playing games like Roblox and Minecraft. Exclusively. You know how many kids in my family play video games? And I have nothing to talk to them about. Because they don't play video games. They play Roblox. They're like, oh, I'm going to play this game where I buy brain rot characters. Okay, what's the point? Nothing. You just buy them and display them. And then the rare ones you get, the more money you make. And then more rare ones come out. And then what? Can you battle them? What can you do? What do you do with them? Nothing. You just display them. These kids go fuck. I've never seen kids this fervent for a fucking game before. It's like crack to them. Like, oh my god, it's the fucking glittery Bombini Gusini and the fucking super ultra rare Toilizini Tetrazini. It never ends. So, and for him to now come out during all this that I just said and to dunk on the fucking industry. Fuck you, Bobby Kotick. You're a piece of shit. Absolute piece of shit. We have Brown Dust 2. This was a big one this week. This happened at the beginning of the week. Can't show anything from it. I think I have a trailer somewhere. Anyone who doesn't know about Brown Dust 2, it is, waifu game, top-down, I think it's like a turn-based, top-down turn-based RPG with, strategy elements, maybe. Not really why people buy the game. It is very waifu friendly, dialed up to 50. You know what I mean? This game is, they go for it, dude. They go for it. Some of the characters might be chibi style. A lot of other people might call it something else, like lolly content. Doesn't matter what you put their ages at. I'm not saying censor the game. If you make a character that's 5 feet tall, 40-year-old women exist. Okay? I get it. It is a gray area that you're exploring, but yeah, JRPG turn-based battles. Can't really show any of the skins because it's as close to pornography as you can get without it actually being pornography. Anyway, looks like they got the call down from Australia and the EU and maybe even Steam. And they said you need to censor these new skins coming out. They're way too risque. There's also a mini game where it's like a rhythm mini game where like your character is using their hands like this. Like just picture it's just hands on the screen and it's like one of the girls' butts, exposed butts, and you're like pat 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 pat, but you're playing a rhythm game on her butt, using her butt bongos basically. So after all this, they censor the game, or they announce that they're going to censor the game. They're going to roll back old skins too. They're going to like take old content and completely change it and make it more palatable to the EU basically, and for credit card companies to not feel like they're to be honest, this is all speculation. I don't know what they say in the interview here, and it's translated, whether it's translated poorly or not. No one has it translated. The things get lost in translation all the time. They say a country was putting pressure on them to change the skins and the content, and they felt they needed to do it in order to keep the game going. Well, it turns out that there was a huge revolt, and they must have lost a ton of money, because at the end of the interview, this is what you get. Let's put it in slow motion. That is the deepest of bows. Dude fucking hit his head on his own laptop. That is, I am very sorry for what we did, and we are going to change everything back. Not only that, but here's a bunch of free currency. We are sorry. Look how long. Yeah, it's in slow motion, but like that. Don't take a 90-degree bow like that lightly. Like he was. There's only two other bows after that. You know what I mean? Like fully down and then on your knees, which is like, no, he's never going to do that for some porn addicted weebs. So I might be one of them, but like they took it seriously. They came out. They're like, all right, sorry. I mean, here it is in English right here. Like, we sincerely apologize for the recent issue. We'll address the revised plans regarding content changes through an official broadcast. Please refer to the details below. Yeah. Thank you for listening to us, etc., etc. Yeah, the developers walk back will offer region-specific clients instead. Now, I guess, so this is interesting, because Brown Dust 2 community has shown how it's done after Mass Revolt, refunds, review bombing, all the stuff you were told not to do, and instead taken on the chin, the developers of BD2 cobbled together an emergency stream in which they said that every single change, every single act of censorship will not be implemented. Instead, they will go forward with offering two clients, one uncensored, and then, as region rules demand, one censored. While it's not clear yet which countries will be getting the censored client, though some people speculate they want to enter the China market, notorious for demanding extreme censorship, BD2 has been saved for now. Will the developers bite the hand that feeds them again, or will they learn the lesson for the future? It will be interesting to see what countries do get the censored client. And of course, all this could be bypassed with a VPN anyway. Doesn't really bother me one way or another. I'm not playing Brown Dust 2, but I also despise censorship in any form. You definitely don't want to, I don't want to go into it, but a lot of it doesn't help that a lot of mangakas who draw younger characters in suggestive clothing have come out to be real life creeps. Okay? Not saying this is not a call for censorship in any way, but it doesn't help the case. So I just want to go on record as saying that if you are putting young kids in a game, and then, you know what I mean? Like, don't lean so far into it. You know, you can't have a character appear to be 10 years old and then she's this is a dragon in human form. She's actually 142 years old. Like, why? Don't feel the need to dance in that gray area. I understand that different body types exist, different heights exist, but you're not fooling me. I've been around for a while. Like, I understand the gray area. Like, come on, guys. I'm glad they walk back to censorship, have different clients for different regions. There's no reason not to. Like, why not? They do it for World of Warcraft. They do it for in Japan. People in Japan don't get to see limbs lopped off and heads flying off, and China doesn't get to see skeletons and blood and this, that, the other, and Australia bans any fucking game that isn't the Paw Patrol. So, like, do what you gotta do. Okay, next. Anthem. Wah, officially dead, right? Nobody cared about the game when it was released, and now everybody is like, sad. It's sad. Game was out for less than 6 years, or about 6 years, and people are, all of a sudden upset about it. This game died a month after release. I was there. It's very true. It's crazy how non-existent this game was in the gamer zeitgeist. Really had hopes for this back in the day, too. As did I. I bought into the hype. It looked amazing. I spent whole weekends grinding Anthem missions back in 2019. I feel weird knowing those worlds are now gone for good. It's just more fodder for the Stop Killing Games initiative, if I'm being honest. That's the second studio shutdown of 2025. It's more than that, buddy. But Roblox will stay. What kind of... do I even want to click? How does she have 26,000 followers? What the fuck? What? Am I tripping? Who is this person? Okay, never mind. She's a ghost profile. Seen this coming. Wow. Fucking Nostradamus over here. Did you really see Anthem shutting down? Wow, good for you. Surprised it lasted this long. That's more a statement based in reality. I don't know how they can just do this. I do. Everybody does it all the time. Games are getting sunsetted 24/7. Had a good run. No, it didn't. Pathetic of EA's. Bungie stopped working on Destiny. Okay, why are you bringing Destiny into it? This is like a sentiment that pisses me off. Didn't the gameplay turn out to be okay in the end? But they just never added anything new, so it was just the same missions again and again. Always thought it looked good. It does look good. It does look like it's a good game, but nobody fucking played it. Nobody played it. Nobody was buying it. Nobody was buying microtransactions. They had a plan for like a Anthem 2.0, let's just say, release where they were gonna rebuild things, re-release the game, and it probably would have done okay for a while. No one's looking to buy this game. This game's over. This game's done. It's official. That's in the second week, we have 2 games announcing their shutdown. One is now officially dead, and one will be dead this time next year, unless they sell it to the makers of Rust. Arc Raiders cheating scandal. So I play this clip from Burnt Peanut real fast.
Or like, I'm fucking out of here. Holy shit. I'm actually out of here. Give us something or I'm actually out of here. This is ridiculous.
Dude, the cheating problem is fucking insane, man.
If those guys are not IP banned from this game, I genuinely don't think I'm gonna play it. I don't think I'm gonna play it. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Okay, so Burnt Peanut, this guy is hard carrying Arc Raiders right now. Say that what you will, with 700,000 concurrents months after release, several months after release. Maybe it's not fair to say Burnt Peanut carries the game. The dude does pull like 100K viewers on the regular. 100% the biggest gaming streamer out right now. And he has done a lot for this game. Now, the thing about cheating is, and how bad the cheating problem is, and some people have brought this up before, is that someone like Burnt Peanut, someone like Shroud, someone like Nick Merckx, someone like Tfue, someone like Ninja, Cloaksy, Dr. Disrespect, any of these people are going to have two problems. One, people want to clip farm them by killing them and seeing their reactions on stream. Okay, there's entire channels, Reddit threads, everything dedicated to pissing off streamers by A, stream sniping them, or B, cheating and killing them. Number two, they play the game for 10 hours a day. Okay, people might, yes, Arc Raiders is technically Unk Raiders, and people like you and I, normies as far compared to someone like that, I'm calling myself a normie, it's an insult, but like, even with all the free time in the world, I'm not farming Arc Raiders for 10 to 11 hours a day. It's not happening. So then it becomes a law of averages thing. So not only are you a high-profile streamer, people are intentionally stream sniping and trying to kill you with cheats, but you also play the game constantly. You're going to run into 90% more cheaters than I'm going to run to. Not only that, but just to drill it down even further, I'm not good enough at the game to where I'm going to make it so far to where someone's going to have to cheat against me. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I'll probably, someone like me, someone like 40, let's just say the 49% of the population, we'll go 51, 49. 49% of the population is going to die to someone not using cheats before they even encounter the end game lobby or however this fucking game works. You know what I mean? They're to be able to extract, or, you know, the final minutes of the game to be able to fucking extract. So they're really not seeing any cheaters. So the people who are dealing with cheaters the most are the top streamers. And it's not even close. But now everyone's a cheating expert. Now we have to, you know, claim that Nick Merckx is cheating because of this clip right here. Here's one clip. He tries to not aim at it. The aim snaps. Nick Merckx, by the way, famous controller player. Has been playing on controller for, I mean, he's an old man like me. He's been playing on controller since for fucking ever. Controllers have auto aim. To the point, auto aim is so bad that in a game like Halo that has disgusting auto aim, just to use Halo as a reference, if you're aiming at somebody, right here, this is the enemy, you're aiming at him and he's moving around and you're trying to kill him, you're like one headshot away, and then his friend comes and jumps near him, your reticle, if you're not going to adjust, like, it goes to the other player, like it's moving. You have to actively fight against auto aim sometimes in a 2v1 situation. At least in a game like Halo. And that's like it. That's how it works, dude. You can aim through smoke, aim through fog, aim at night. Like, it is finding what you need to hit. Because controllers are so dog shit at aiming naturally. And if you don't believe me, boot up Halo and then try to kill your fucking teammates and have them jump around while your aim goes like this. Maybe it's changed. I don't know. Maybe you Zen players out there. You know, but here's another clip. You know, people are same thing. Like, is this guy really gonna, like, this is what it's gonna be? He's gonna ruin his career trying to shoot a fucking PvE drone out of the sky? No. And of course, you have Tfue getting banned, not for cheats, probably just mass report, but Tfue absolutely cracked at every game he plays. Goodbye. Just quick zoom, dead. Boom. Boom. Yeah, that's not, he's just that good at the fucking game. He is 100% just that good at the game. Dude is beyond locked in. Here's another clip.
I saw two.
But now everyone claims everybody's cheating now. It's like, no, these dudes are just not there. You're not on their level. Look at this guy. No one, they didn't expect that. They didn't expect to be playing fucking Apex Legends. Boom. Nice. Just, you know, let's just be clear. Let's just be clear what this guy does here.
saw 2.
Fucking, he sees 2, instantly snap decision goes, let's bring that up. We get behind them. You don't even see me, and you're already dead. Slide down, 1 shot, roll. They have no idea what's going on. This guy misses 6 shots. He kills them both. That's not cheating. That dude's just that good at fucking video games. Look at his own reaction tells the story. Like, he's just that good at the fucking game. It sucks. Not everyone that's better than you is cheating at the game. Not everybody who uses a controller and you see auto aim is cheating at the game. But since people like the Burnt Peanut and Shroud and all these top streamers are saying there's a ton of cheating in the game, everyone's now manifesting that the game has a cheating problem. For 90% of us, the game does not have a cheating problem. I don't play the game. Let me be clear. I don't play the game. Okay? But this is how it works in all these fucking games. Your lobbies aren't going to be the ones that have the most cheaters in it. It's the streamers that are going to have the most cheaters in their lobby. Nobody wants to farm you for fucking some random for clips. Some fucking guy getting off his 9-hour shift to play the game for 30 minutes to an hour. No one's farming you for clips. They're all in these lobbies. The chances that you're going to run into a cheater, not as great as the chances, not even close to the chances of Nick Merckx or Tfue or Cloaksy or Burnt Peanut or Dr. Disrespect Ninja or any of these fucking big streamers running into cheaters. It's not even close. So Embark taking a vacation, you know what I mean, and taking a break and not sucking off every fucking streamer by hastily patching their game for people to cater to people who play it 16 hours a day, right? That's what you would think. Why do that? But then you got to remember that these, whether you like it or not, streamers make or break games. They really do. They have an incredible amount of influence. Incredible amount of influence. And there'll be plenty of people out there who say it's not true. There'll be plenty of people out there who say that I'm overstating it. I'm not. If every streamer right now went and started playing Splitgate, okay, for whatever reason, there's a fucking streamer Illuminati, and one of the developers at Splitgate did a blood sacrifice at one of their meetings and said, can you guys please? And 12 of the biggest streamers, all those names I just mentioned before, decided to play Splitgate. The SteamDB numbers would go from 1,000 to 50,000 overnight. And if one of them started saying, oh, this game's actually good, which, by the way, I think Splitgate's good, but they're like, oh, this game's actually good. They really improved it. This is Splitgate Reload. Oh, this game's so much fun. I can't stop playing. I'm so addicted to it. Chat. Oh, this game is great. Chat. The game would fucking explode overnight. It would go from 1,000 to 50,000 players. Instantly. Fucking instantly. That's how much pull these guys have. So part of me is like, why should they fix a problem that doesn't exist for 90% of the player base? And the other part of me is like, you better keep these streamers happy because they can make or break your fucking game. Yeah. And that's that. That is the news for the day. We got through all the topics. I'm going to be doing this every week. Every Friday, I think I'm going to be doing this. Where I just the ones I'm super interested in. The ones that hit my feed. Sure, there's a ton of other games news. I can't get to it all. And I really don't care about it all. We did just have the Resident Evil Direct or whatever. I think it was yesterday or the day before. You know, there's plenty other, much more news. Much more news. But this is what I want to talk about. And, you know, next Friday around the same time, I'm going to do the same thing. I might move it to an evening stream where I do it around like 7 o'clock or something like that, 7 p.m. EST. But as for right now, this is how I want to do it. And it's fun. I love talking about games. It's a slow time in the industry for streamers, especially streamers who only average 8 to 10 viewers. But I'm going to start putting some effort into doing these news streams. Like I said, mainly because it's fun for me to do it. I'm trying to mix it up a little bit. And yeah, so that's the stream for today. anyone lurking, please like, subscribe, comment. Anyone on Twitch that's not trying to sell me art assets or trying to get me to join their Discord to hack me, please also follow me on Twitch. Streaming over there in 1080p. I might chop this up, release a VOD on YouTube, take out all the fluff, all the cursing, release a nice little digestible, whatever, this is an hour, try to condense it into 10 minutes or so. So look out for that. And